Hi friends! Our last video for this week is called a paper sculpture, a three-dimensional paper sculpture. And what I have in front of me is a guide of all different ways that you can manipulate paper to make it come up off the surface that you're going to put it on. In this case, I'm going to do it on paper as well. I will upload this to your Google Classroom and to the Google Drive as well so that you can look at it as you're working, but you'll see there's a roll, a loop, a curl, tabs, fringe, cutting and folding, spirals, cones, and so many more. Also, if you are going to do the math challenge this week and building your own treehouse, this would be a fantastic resource. Especially the cone and some of the slits and slots techniques would be great for building your treehouse and making that math challenge. So let's get started. For this, you're going to need some strips of paper. I just roughly traced a ruler and cut them up, and they don't have to be perfect. I have different sizes. I have a background paper and then some glue. And you're basically just going to start creating. There's no right or wrong way. I am just going to make things and stick them on and then see how it feels. And I can add other things in areas that might need more. So here is a curl. All I did is take the paper and I looped it around and glued it together, and I'm going to put some more glue on the bottom and stick it onto my background paper. I'll take some of this pink and make a loop. So the first one is a roll, the second one is a loop, and a loop is different in that you don't curl it all the way around. You just press the edge together, so it looks a little bit like a teardrop. Can you see that? And then you can glue your loop down. So they look similar, but they're different in how they attach. So I'm going to glue this one right underneath the roll. Okay, and here, let me pick this up so you can see this sideways. All right, so the next one is a curl. And to do a curl, I'm going to trim it shorter. You're actually going to glue one piece down first, like this, and then you can do two different things. You can either twist it and curl it and then glue it down like this so that it's almost like a barrel, or you can just curl it and let it go and it stays. I think I'm going to twist it and put it down so that it stays, so I have more room. Okay, so there's a curl. The next one is fringe. So what you can do here, I'm going to fold my piece of paper, and now I have a little tab that I can put some glue on. And I'm going to stick it down. And then fringe is just basically making all of these little teeny tiny slits. And you can do this with newspaper, you can do this with a magazine. If you have construction paper, great. If not, there's tons of different things you can do it with. So there's my fringe. And I might move some of this so that you can see it. Okay. Let's do maybe green. We're going to make a triangle for this one, or a prism. So to do that, we need a couple of different folds. We're going to fold it once, fold it twice, and then I'm going to fold a little tab on whichever side is longer, which is probably that one. And that just made a triangle. Can you see that? Almost like a little piece of pizza. So we're going to stick that down right there. Okay. Maybe I'll do a couple more. And you can do all of these. You can do some of these. You can do just 2 or 3, depending on whatever you like. It's totally up to you. Let's see. I'll cut this guy a little bit smaller. A pleat is basically going back and forth and back and forth. This is when you make fans. I know you guys all like to make fans out of the drawing paper this time of year or a little bit later when it's warmer. So there's a pleat, and you can leave it sticking up like this, or you can reverse it and glue it down. You see that? So it's up off your paper. And if you get really into this, you can start building things through each other. For example, I'm going to put some glue on this red piece right here. I'm going to hold it down for a few seconds. And then I am going to do a curl, but I'm going to put it through my triangle before I connect it down. There we go. So you can start building pieces on top of each other so that you have different levels and different dimensions. Lots of different things that you can try with making cones and spheres. If you want to make a cone, let's see, I'm going to need a little bit bigger of a piece of paper. Here's a scrap paper I have. Okay, if you want to make a cone, you can start with half of a circle. It doesn't have to be perfect. This definitely is not perfect. Okay, and you're going to make a little slit right here. And you can do a little slit right here too. And you're just going to wrap it. See how that loops? Okay, we did this earlier in the week to create the top to our paper mache pencils. And you can glue this little tab down. But what I did with this little slit is this is going to give me a surface to put glue on to make it stick to my paper. So I still need somewhere to get it to stick to my paper. So I'll try this here. And now I have a cone. Nice and pointy. Okay, so I'm going to keep going with mine and building it up and around and over. It could be a really cool amusement park or playground for a cool virtual creation. But I can't wait to see what you guys come up with, and I hope you try a whole bunch of different things and have fun with it. All right, bye-bye.